in, and she was going to share something special with us. And you know it's Thursday, and what happens on Thursday? Who else comes to visit?
Miss Storm.
Miss Storm, and she's here too. We talked about Wolf Creek, and now one of the animals from Wolf Creek has come to visit with us. Yay! Let's give her a hand. It's Grandma Bunny. Please come in. Welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Ryan. Well, am I ever glad to see you all here today. Have you been to Wolf Creek since you were there in the fall? Have you been there? Well, have you? I'll bet you saw some rabbits running around because they're always up there. And the turkeys are always up there. Well, since they're there so much, I decided to write a story about the turkeys and the bunnies. And of course, my little grandson, Luke, he's just not really a good bunny. And there's Luke hopping around. Now, I wrote this story, and I painted the pictures for it. And I'm going to let you look at these pictures after I'm done reading the story to you. What I want you to understand first, though, is I did not write this story for second graders. This story is for children in kindergarten. So if you think it's kind of a baby story, that's okay, because when people write stories, grown-ups write them, and they have to write the stories for who they think they fit the best. So I like to write for little children, so I'm writing about my naughty little grandson, Luke. So as I read them, I'm just going to pass them out, and you can look at them. But please don't lick your fingers, because those are watercolors and they'll smear. Promise me you won't do that. Okay. Here's my story. This is the first picture. It was morning at Wolf Creek. Not a sound to be heard, except the crunching and the munching and the scratching of the wild turkeys. And then, what's all the racket? I'm trying to sleep. It was Luke. He's the youngest and the mouthiest of Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit's brood. Get out of here! The other little rabbits were waking up. They were stretching, rubbing their eyes, and Luke was hopping around, kicking up leaves, grumbling. This is the worst place in the whole world to sleep. Those stupid turkeys get up so early, and they make all those gobbly noises. I hate it. Wouldn't you? Well, said Mother Rabbit, aren't you in a nasty mood this morning? And just what has your whiskers all fussed up? Luke turned to see his mother staring at him, and he whined, I'm just really, really tired of those big fat turkeys waking me up all the time. You ever whine like that? Of course not. Perhaps like that too. Well, said Mother, perhaps it's time for all of us to move on. Those turkeys are a bit of a nuisance. Come, children, shake a leg. We're going to find a new home. The other little rabbits looked up. They began to follow their mother and their father. They soon came to a beautiful lake with trees and grass all around it. Does that look familiar to you? That's the lake. This looks perfect, Mother and Father said at the same time. Let's look for some brush pile to hide our nest. Okay. After spending the afternoon munching on clover around the pond, at dusk the rabbit family all came back to their new home to spend the night. Well, early in the morning, the woodpecker began tapping on the tree rather loudly, and the red-winged blackbirds were chasing each other, and soon the tree toads were making such a racket that no one could sleep. Nice and quiet out there, except for the noise of the birds. "What's all that noise?" yelled Luke. "This is the worst place in the whole park. I can't sleep here," he screamed at his mother. "Now you just watch your mouth," said Mother. "We all went to a lot of trouble to find a new place, and already you're complaining." "I don't care," Luke shouted. "I hate this place too, and I'm not going to live here." "Well, just where do you think you'll go?" said a very low, stern voice. Who do you think it was? His father. "I don't know, but I'm big enough to find my own quiet place to sleep, and that's just what I'm going to do." Well, by now, all of Luke's sisters and brothers were awake, and they were watching him, because he was talking back to Father. Said Mother. "If you're quite sure that that's what you want, I guess you might as well get going." And with that, she hopped away with all of the family, leaving Luke all alone. All the other rabbits, everybody's going to go. He's going to get his wish, isn't he? Okay, done. "Well, I guess I showed them," he said. "Now, I'm going to find a nice quiet place to sleep." Luke spent the day hopping up and down the trails of Wolf Creek. He went through the fields and the wetlands and the prairie grass, and he munched clover all along the way. And then he came to a dark woods with just a small opening, a little opening of light, and so he hopped in. Anybody know where that is? At Wolf Creek? Well, you'll know when I tell you. I bet you know. It was so still. No one was there. There were soft pine needles thick on the ground. "I can't believe this," said Luke. "I found my place." Okay, who knows? Where is it? Where? In the pine woods, you're right. Before long, darkness began to fall. Luke was tired. He'd been running all day, and nibbling on all that sweet clover had made him very sleepy. So, curling up into a ball, he wiggled under the pine needles, sighed happily, and went to sleep. Did you ever think what the pine woods would be like at night? Things lurked there. Luke hadn't been asleep very long when he heard swishing sounds. Peeking out from his pine needle bed, Luke could see a large, dark shape flying about. It was big, and it had big yellow eyes. And just then, the big dark thing with the big yellow eyes saw Luke, and he came swooping down to grab him with his big, sharp claws. What is it? What kind? Anybody know? Luke squealed as loud as he could, and he hopped just out of reach of the great horned owl. He was so scared that he started to run faster than he had ever run in his entire life. And through the darkness he ran, nagging his fur on the briars and the thistles. He tried to remember the brush pile by the lake, but it was so dark. What do you think this was back in the woods here? We talk about those a lot at Wolf Creek.
Those were like...
They're not wolves. They're the coyotes. And they are up there all the time. Here, check that out. He ran and ran until he was so tired that he just flopped under a tunnel of grass.
Should be named Coyote Creek instead of Wolf Creek.
I know it should have been. The night passed, and morning came with the tapping of the woodpeckers and the twittering of the goldfinches. Luke woke up. He was still shaking from his close call and very surprised to see Mother and Father looking at him with their big, soft brown eyes. Well, couldn't you find a quiet place to sleep, Luke? Or maybe you just missed all of the birds, said Father. Well, Luke stammered. Maybe I'll just stay here after all. You know, they aren't so bad when you get used to them. And that's the end of my story. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story, and I hope you enjoyed looking at the pictures. And now I think that your very own teacher would like to talk to you a few minutes about this.
I don't know if you noticed, there was one student that just kept her eyes on you the entire time, and that's the little girl, Grace, that has a bunny named Luke. So this story is very special to her. Raise your hand, Grace.
And what color is your bunny?
Black and white.
Black and white. Well, this one's a wild rabbit, and they're all kind of brown with white tails.
And does your bunny get his
But a
whiskers in
bunny's
his
a
Twitter?
bunny, no matter what color it is.
He doesn't.
Now, do you have a question?
I just have a bunny that's brown and has a white tail.
Oh, is that right? You love it?
I never saw another bunny.
I think the characters you pick, bunnies, are just perfect, because
Oh, I
everybody
do too.
loves bunnies, and they're
Children love bunnies.
Do you
so
like color
busy.
them? Do you color them?
I painted
You
all of
explain-
these
yeah, explain how you made them.
watercolors. You know what watercolors are.
Yeah.
Those old pans that you get a brush with, that's what these were done
But
with.
Mrs. Baldwin, our Grandma Bunny, our pictures don't look like that when we use watercolors.
Well, maybe you just need a little help. A few tips.
Have you been doing it for a long time?
Not really. No. Mr. Baldwin has been a watercolor artist for many, many years. And so when he wasn't using his paints one day, I borrowed them. And he didn't care. I used his brushes too. So it's kind of fun. And if you like to draw, it doesn't matter whether you use chalk or paint or whatever, colored markers, crayons, colored pencils, it doesn't really matter because they all will give you what you want in the end. And I hope you do like to do that.
Now,
Thank you.
we're going to write some more about the story. Is that what you would like us
I would like you to use this as something that gives you an idea to write a very short little story. It doesn't have to be about Luke. It can be anything that made you think of another story, and then make a little picture to go with it. Could you do that? I know you could.
Yeah, they're good at that.
I'm sure you could.
All right, let's give her another hand, and let's get the ideas rolling. Come on. But everyone creates things differently. Ooh, my goodness, I think you're gonna blow a fuse. For anything.
That's not really cool.
Raise your hand if you'd like to be alone at Wolf Creek in the dark.
Whoa, you don't know how dark it is up there.
Has anyone gone to one of the activities they had for the stars? You can go to, oh, the storm fan is up. What else do you do? Right. Yeah. Everybody, close your eyes for just a minute. Close your eyes for just a minute and sniff and see if you can smell the pine needles in the pine forest. Remember how beautiful and cool it was in there?
I remember when you took it.
In your backyard. How you doing with that snake? I don't think your eraser's gonna work pretty good. Another one?
Found her. Her name is Muffy. She had babies.
Tell me about the babies.
Well, there's a lot, and they're usually orange, all different colors because my cat Muffy was all different colors.
Nice. So they look just like Mom?
Yeah, they were really pretty.
I'll tell you that.
They're like that.
Oh, and their eyes were closed?
Yeah, but like a few weeks later, their eyes were open.
A rock told Luke he could beat him at a race. Luke said that the rock could not beat him. They raced. Luke lost. P.S. It was a good race. By Quentin Douglas. The frog races the fox. The race was at 9:25. It started in the woods. The next day was time for the race. The fox was at the starting line. The race started, the fox lost. By Samuel Magus. The bunny was trying to catch the frog. The frog got away. The bunny accidentally stepped on the can. He saw a snail. Then he saw a butterfly and a dragonfly. By Troy Baker. One night I was on my way to South Carolina. We were looking for a hotel. They were all too full. We parked in a parking lot. We had to sleep in our car. I could not sleep. I was very tired. Then. Luke went back home and he said sorry to Mom and Dad. I forgive you. Thank you. Then Luke stayed with his family. Once there was a black snake slithering in the field, and my dad caught him, but my dad let him go. I held him before my dad let him go. It was fun. It was cool holding him. I liked him. I wish I could keep him. I miss him. By Amanda Rice. Once upon a time, there was a puppy. These people wanted a puppy, and they found one. It's cute. This name was Sammy. They loved her very much. The End by Erica Canty. There once was a cat. Her name was Snowbell. She was very small. She was playing in her backyard when a puppy came in the backyard. The dog was very nice and very cute. Then they became friends. The end. Written by and illustrated by Hannah Mack. Once upon a time there lived 3 little mice. They lived near the woods. They were cooking dinner. Their names were Kevin, Bob, and Martha. All of a sudden, an owl grabbed Kevin. Martha grabbed right back, but the owl was too quick. The 2 mice ran after Kevin, but the owl had already flew away. So the 2 mice decided to go find the owl. Soon they found the nest. The owl spotted the mice. The owl went charging at them. The mice moved. The owl's beak stuck to the ground. They got their son back.
He's not still in the woods.
Once there was a frog family with a mom, dad, and 3 kids, a brother and 2 sisters. They lived at Wolf Creek. They were swimming and playing, but then he fell in a lot of pee and came back out, but no one was there. He looked around. He saw his mom. Mom, I found you. The End by Brittany. Once upon a time, there was a cat family. The mom cat was named Snowball. The dad cat was named Brownie. The baby was named Blackie. Blackie and his family said, "We're so tired of it being so foggy and cloudy." So then they moved to Florida. They were very happy. The End.
That was nice. Very quiet.
Once upon a time, there was a bunny named Puff, and Puff was not like other bunnies. He liked to eat feathers. The End. By Brittany. Once upon a time, there was a guinea pig named Claire, and her friend was a kitten. Her name was Squirt. One day, they were playing hide and go seek in their owner's kitchen. After that, it was time for their walk. As they were walking, they saw a cat. It was the owner's mom. They saw a cat. The cat's name was 50. her owner was going to Florida. So our owner had to take care of her. The next day, Bitsy had kittens. When Bitsy's owner came home from Florida, he could not believe her eyes. There were 3 little kittens, and now Claire and Squirt are very happy because they have more cousins. The end. By Rachel Mann. There was a monkey. He thought he could do anything. He signed up for a race. It was in 3 days. He was practicing. 3, 2, 1, go. He tripped. He still won. The end. By Con Holiday. Once there was a turtle named Speedy. He was scared to go on a rock, but once he had to go on the rock because their class was going on a field trip, and they had to go over the rock. They were going to a waterfall, and when they went over the rock, that was the first time Speedy went over it, and Speedy was never afraid to go on the rock. The end. By Renee Davis. The author has a real pet turtle, and its name is Speedy. And Luke was so happy that then Luke said, "Sorry, Mom, I still want a home. Don't be sad. How about we go and try to find a home? Okay, let's go. But first we have to eat." So they got 8 carrots, and they went to go find a new home. So they did. It was by a beautiful lake with lots of grass and hills, plus trees. It's beautiful, they all said. Then they found a hole in the tree. It's so big that they all could fit in it. Luke and his brothers and sisters can go to school now.
There was an owl that scared Luke. It was really dark out. Soon Luke ran as fast as he can. But the owl and the owl almost grabbed him. Then he went home then by Baldwin. It made me think of when my cat got lost, but he found her. Her name is Muffy. She had babies. Their eyes were closed, and a few weeks later they were all blue at first, but they changed, but they weren't all the same. Some were different. They were small. By Rehearsal. Once upon a time, there was a bunny named Luke. He had gone in the woods. Then he fell asleep. When he woke up, Mama was there. "Mama, what are you doing here?" "I want you to be safe." So Luke and his mama went home and ate carrots. "Sorry, Mama, for going away." "I'm sorry. I'm glad you're home." "I'm glad to be home too, Mom." But Luke didn't mean it. So at night he snuck out of the house and went back in the woods. He saw a boy he was feeding the other bunnies. Luke was scared, but the other bunnies were not scared. So the boy gave me some food and I went home. When he got home, Mom was mad, but she forgave him. So his family and him lived happily ever after by Olivia Jackson. Once there was an owl named Mighty, and he was sleeping because it's morning, and he knew a class was
That's okay.
knew a class from Wadsworth was coming to Wolf Creek, and the class came between lunchtime. The class was there, and when they got to the forest, and someone saw the mighty owl, and the person named was Brian.
You need to write some more yet. All right. Where's the real bunny girl?
Luke and Luke by Grace Ann McCord. Once upon a time, there was a bunny named Luke. He went outside and saw a family of bunnies. He went over to the smallest one and said, "Hi, I'm Luke." Then the bunny said, "No, I'm Luke." Then Luke said, "Huh? I didn't know your name was Luke. I asked my mom if I can play." "Okay, I'll go ask my mom too." Their mom said yes, but don't go far. So they went to a meadow nearby. Luke picked flowers for his mom. The flowers were yellow. Luke took them home, then came back to play. So it was time for dinner. Luke asked his mom if he could stay outside and eat with Luke's family. She said yes. Luke and Luke became best friends. The end.
Now, everybody, give me your hands. You guys are amazing. That was wonderful. You should be very proud. I can't believe how well they did. Oh, Mary, this was such a treasure. Oh, it was really good. This is a real treasure, boys and girls. All right, I'm going to call one person from each group